came together to pray for me. I want us to go to the book of Joshua. Joshua chapter 1, verse 7. God talks to Joshua after the death of Moses, and he says, be courageous because you're about to lead the people Moses was leading. And then he goes down and tells him, I want you never to let this book of the law depart from your mouth. The first instruction that God gives Joshua is that let not this book of the law depart from your mouth. Why is the question? And now when they cross the which river is that? Jordan River, they go to the other side. Something happened. God instructs Joshua and tells him, now, the first thing that you have to do, circumcise all men of war. You go to the enemy's territory, and the first thing that God is asking, circumcise all men of war. How dangerous is that? You remain immobile for 1 full week. And Joshua does that. The next thing he does, he wakes up in the morning, he goes close to Jericho, and he starts to pray. When he's praying, he sees a man standing in front of him with a sword. And Joshua's asking, Lord, what message do you have for your servant? What does God tell Joshua? He tells him, take off your sandals. The question I'm asking myself, what relationship is there between Joshua asking, what do you want me to do, God, and taking off his sandals? Look at our church. How many times have we faced Jericho? Instead of approaching God to pray like Joshua was praying, the first thing we do, we call for a meeting. We call for the elders' meeting. We call for the church board. Instead, acting like Joshua and saying we need to pray. Joshua goes before Jericho. He kneels down. When he rises up from his knees, he sees a man. Now he's being asked, take off your sandals. What does it mean to take off your sandals? This is what it means. In those days, if you were servant, if you were slave, you never used to have shoes. Now, when a servant or when a slave was set free, he was given a pair of sandals. And so one who does not have shoes or sandals, it means he's a servant, he's a slave, he's a bond servant. God or Jesus was telling Joshua, take off your sandals because you're a slave. You are my servant. Joshua is acknowledging that I'm your servant. So the first thing when you face your Jericho, when you face your challenges, is to go down on your knees and pray. You have to go down on your knees and pray. But the church today is a church that is so much confused. I was serving as a head deacon in our church where I came from in Kenya. It was a big church, I think about 3 times big than this one. And being a head deacon in the church, it's my prerogative to arrange for the Holy Communion.